Oh, what's good, G Life? Yes, another video. Gotta hook up one of my subscribers with a video. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe. The like is free. It don't cost anything. You help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the playlist. The playlist on top where my videos and the old photos makes the video looking for a lot easier. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Menace Society M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, I have one of my subscribers who actually, he tunes in, he be commenting, even though we're not on the same page a majority of the time, almost all the time, we disagree. But, homie's entitled to his opinions, you know what I mean? I'm not going to knock him for it, like I said, he stays tuned to the channel. Mind of a Warrior. I had made a video talking about the lies that gangsters, repeat, and then he, came up with a list of a bunch of other lies that are told. But just like the lies that gangsters repeat, there's also lies that regular civilians repeat, right? That they believe to be facts or they believe to be what actually occurring or what actually happens. And like I said, you don't got to take my word for them for it. You know what I mean? You can believe what you want. It's irrelevant to me. I'm not here to defend neither side. I'm here to only call it how it is. I'm not here to, spread propaganda or anything. I'm only here to tell the facts. Truth of the matter is, like one of the lies that they say is that people say with our gangs that this is our familia, right? This is our family. But when they say it, is they act like if the gang tells us that we are your family, when that is not what they tell us. You know what I mean? They don't tell us that we're your family. You know what I mean? We, as individuals, each and every single one of us, sees it as our family, but is never told that it's our family or to trick us to join the neighborhood because it's our family. That's never what happens. We, as individuals, see it as our family because the reason why we join these organizations is because we feel finally like we belong, that they understand, and etc. Right? Because we feel outcast in our home and stuff like that. Right? We feel we have no connection, no one understands us, at our home. That's why we, gravitate to these neighborhoods. Facts. You can hate it or love it. Bro, I could only come and tell it how it is, bro. The gangs don't knock on people's doors and tell the kid, hey, come here. We're going to take your kid and he's going to join the neighborhood. That's not what happens. The kid goes willingly to those spots. We're not standing there and waiting for kids to walk by and be like, hey, kid, come here. Come here. Ooh, look at this. This is cool. This is shiny. Homies ain't doing that, bro. We're not gonna brainwash somebody to join the hood, homie. If he wants to join the hood, he'll come and join the neighborhood. I'm not gonna be fucking out there persuading individuals and trying to manipulate people to join the neighborhood and shit like that. The neighborhood is something that we hold to a high standards that we see, we hold to a high standard. So why would we want to beg people to join our neighborhood? Nah, homie, they want to come. They, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna be out there begging people to be from the neighborhood. Fuck that. It's kind of an embarrassment. That's the reason why homies don't do it. So homies are not out there manipulating people and shit like that. Or older homies like people think that these older guys are doing that. They don't. Normally, homies are recruited by vatos their age and they come willingly. There's never older vatos out there, tricking individuals. Older homies hang out with older homies, younger homies, hang out with younger homies. That's pretty much how it works. It's not it's not like a web of manipulation. You get what I'm saying? Second one is that we look up to a homie just because he's been busted. Nobody looks up to a homie just because he's been busted. When the homie gets busted, like, fucking idiot, dude. Like, why didn't he fucking do this? Nah, pinche vato nunca va a aprender and what. That's how we see it. Other gente that's not from the streets, they see it like, oh, I bet you these fools look up to them because they're gangster and everything. No, we respect homie. That's our homie, and it's fucked up. He got busted and shit like that. So now we gotta hook him up, and we look after homie because he's still a homie nonetheless. So we look after him because he did this hot and he got caught up and shit like that. But it's not because like we praise him and everything just because he's in there. That never happens, bro. You're not gangster just because you've been busted. There's gangsters that have never been busted that did all kinds of hollers. And then there's vatos that never did any hollers and did it that one time and got busted. So no, we understand the dynamics behind it. People that are not from the streets, they look at it like that. We don't look at it like that. They look at it like that. We, to us it's irrelevant. We look after homie because he's in there because, certain things, and, connections and wooty woo that homies, we take care of them and stuff like that. And that, we listen to what they're saying. So when they come out, it's not like they think that they're super hard or super tough, because people be like, oh, these fools come out and they think that they're shit because they were busted. It's not that they think that they were the shit that they were busted. They were stuck in a place, right, for a long amount of time where you were on survivor mode, where you had to act a certain way, to get by, right? In order to survive the jungle, you had to, move in a certain way. So when you come out, it doesn't just go away like that. You know what I mean? So you stay stuck in that state of mind. You know what I mean? Because when your life is at stake and your mind switches into survival mode, there's certain habits that you can't break no more, right? That they just become you. It becomes a part of your persona. Because, like I said, survival of the fittest. So it's not that they just act like that because they think that they're hard. You know what I mean? Another thing is that there's honor in dying for your neighborhood. We don't see that there's honor in dying for the hood. Nobody should die for the hood. It's not like we say we praise a homie because he gave his life for the neighborhood. We praise a homie, a rest in peace homie, because that's the homie. That was our boy. And he passed away. But not because he passed away for the neighborhood, but because he's our homie. He legitimately was our friend and stuff like that who got smoked. Somebody that, like you were to see, one of your close friends and stuff like that, that was your boy. That's why you cherish his memory and why but not because he sacrificed himself for the neighborhood, but because that was your homeboy. That legitimately was your perro, your dog, your camarada. That's why it's never seen as it was an honor to give his life for the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to see nobody from our neighborhood get smoked. So it's not because like we see it as like it's something that's an honor. Another thing is like, it's gangster, smoking somebody who was unarmed. That's the rule of the game, bro. They gangbang. These guys gangbang. They caught them slipping. They got caught slipping. That's the nature of the beast, bro. That's the rules and the game that both parties chose to be a part of. I'm not saying that it's right. It isn't. You know what I mean? Because, at the end, it's all pointless and dumb and stuff like that. But I'm saying if that's the path that they chose and these are what's set, it is what it is. But it's not like, oh, it's gangster or you're gangster because you did it or whatever. It's a part of the nature of the beast. Pretty sure like Marines, they don't think it's, gangster when they're out there smoking, people out there for why they do what they do. They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, they did it because, that's the nature of the beast. One of the other things is that how homies see, like it's a brotherhood, right? We see our homeboys like our brothers and stuff like that. Kind of like the army, right? These are my fellow Marines. They're my fellow brothers. When it's not, they see their military as their other family, but it's not their family. Just like this is not our family. We have our family. What's really family? This is not our family. Same with them. But individuals, we choose to leave brotherhoods, in book clubs, car clubs, military, whatever. We want to be a sense of belonging to something. We see these comrades as your fellow brotherhoods, but in reality, they're not your brotherhoods, but that's how you see it. Because that's where you throw your emotions to. That's where your emotions are attached to. That's why you see it that way. You know what I mean? I mean, murder's bad at, however you want to slice it, whether military or gangbanging, it doesn't matter. Nobody should have the right to take the life of no other individual. So whichever way you want to cut it, it's wrong either way. Now, I'm not here to justify these individuals' actions, but give you an understanding of why they see it that way, why they do what they do. Because homeboys don't manipulate people and tell them, oh, these are, we'll be your family and with it's not how it goes. That's not how it rolls. When you kick it with your homeboys, right? Homeboys, we're not used to talking about our emotions, right? We're not used to talking about our problems or what goes on in our life. When you're hanging out with homies, you're kicking at their pads or you go pick them up or whatever, you hear the drama that's occurring with his family or what's happening, whether phone call or, like he's just upsetting, hey, what's wrong, fool? Nah, my pinche jefa. You know what I mean? Like, so you like that's how you get to understand your homie, right? Like any one of your friends, when you hang out, you just, little bits and pieces start coming out here and there that you start piecing it together and understanding what's going on with the homeboy. Same with us right here. You know what I mean? So you can relate. Like what homie's going through is what you're going through. So you can relate. So you build that bond and you come for homie because, you guys share something in common or you sympathize with him because, you're going through the same thing. That's why you guys build that connection and bond and feel like you guys understand each other, but without actually physically having that conversation. You know, why you guys built that brotherhood or that bond, or why you guys, keep going downhill instead of uphill, because, like, you guys are both, just really don't know how to, handle the situation. You're just releasing your anger on society, and you guys keep plummeting down and down and down and down. The reason why neither of you guys can see it, because you guys are both going through the same thing, and you guys just don't know how to cope with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what creates these bonds and these connections and stuff like that, because you guys can relate to the situation that you're in. But it's not because it's being told to you, or it's being implanted in you and stuff like that. You don't have to believe me. I could only come and tell you how it is. You can believe what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people it's important to be a parent. It's important to be there for your kids' lives. Build that connection and bond with them. Communicate with each other. Show interest in their lives and their hobbies and what they do, whether, YouTubers or games or whatever. That way they don't feel like they need to have to go and look for the connection somewhere else, because they feel like they don't have no connection with you. You don't understand. You guys don't understand each other. You guys practically are from two different worlds. You live in the same household. Yeah, you guys don't ever acknowledge each other. That's why it's important to be a parent. But those are just my opinions. Maybe now you get a insight of, what it truly is, or why it works the way it works. Leave your opinions in the comments. Shut up, we out.